Good evening, everyone. Hello, welcome to live. Those who are watching it as a recording, let me tell you, we are meeting after a long time, after a long break. And in this live, we are just taking the insights from the books, what we are reading. Right now, we are reading the book of Brian Tracy, Eat That Frog. Those who are watching it as a recording, मे बी आप लोगों ने पुरानी रिकॉर्डिंग्स देखी हो नहीं देखी हैं तो दिस इज माय सजेशन रिकमेंडेशन मेरी यही है कि आप पुराने रिकॉर्डिंग जरूर देखें because in each and every recording we are getting the insights, the deep insights, how we can become more productive, how we can overcome our limiting habits, limiting beliefs, what things are becoming our obstacles, right, towards productivity, towards success. So we are learning every day. Hey, good evening. How are you? Long time, no? Two people are here. One is passively listening to me, one is actively wishing me good evening. And the one who is passively listening to me, good evening, very good evening. And I hope you are also well. Four people are live right now. Great. But if you're watching it passively, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, Gaurav, good evening. Good evening. But those who are watching it passively, I'm telling you, please do the exercises, whatever we are discussing here in this live. Hey Sherlin, how are you? Hey Ditya, मैं बहुत अच्छी हूँ गौरव. Oh, yes, I was also just about to come on 13, but it was Lodi celebration and I was invited to a function, so that's why I postponed it to 15th only. And right now also I'm occupied in coming in the January end. So this is an announcement also that now we are going to read it daily, not on Saturdays and Sundays, but Monday to Friday. We are left with 8 sessions of this book, and we are going to complete these 8 sessions Monday to Friday. Every day we are meeting live at 9 p.m. so that we can conclude this book without any breaks now. ठीक है वो momentum खत्म हो जाता है, right? All right, all right. So today what we are going to learn, I'm just sharing my screen. Please do let me know whether it is visible or not. Give me a thumbs up if it is visible. If visible, which will be the next book? Right now I have not decided yet whether we'll go with the live sessions book reading or not. But yeah, if yes, we'll be letting you know by the end of this book, right? All right. Thank you for letting me know that this book is visible. The PDF is visible. My screen is visible. Thank you. So thank you, Rajat. Today's topic is overcome constraints and self pressure. So, constraint, what is a constraint if we talk about constraint? देखो, we all work very hard, incredibly hard, right? We try to do all the things right. But there is something which is a constraint which is holding us back. We reach to the ceiling but we are not able to go out that ceiling, we are not able to go out that limits of ours because of one constraint we are having, that one bottleneck we are having in our lives, right? My ma'am, don't break, I'm gaining a lot from these sessions. I know, Sherlin, I know. Sherlin, we are going to do other sessions as well. We'll be discussing it afterwards, in the end of these sessions, right? We'll be discussing it afterwards, in which you may be able to watch the recordings or you may be able to come live as well. We'll discuss this afterwards. Let's come back to this. Uh, भाई, इसको मैं और बड़ा कर दूं. Okay, now I think this is more visible. All right. So I was saying that we work very hard, we hit the ceiling, but we are not able to break through it. We are not able to go above beyond the ceiling, that limit of our success, right? We have limited success. But why is that success? So this is our today's topic. If we recall the previous session, right? If we recall the previous session, in previous session we have learned oil barrel project. Remember that? Remember that whenever we are moving towards a goal, don't move for the end, right? Always start for the next oil barrel. We'll reach the next oil barrel, then our next target will be the next one oil barrel in the that we heard about the Sahara Desert. So how many of you worked for that? Let me know in the chat box how many of you were working, or you just left in the middle when there was a break, you also took the break. So you were working towards achieving your goals, but one goal at a time, one step at a time, one oil barrel at a time. Have you broken it down? Have you did that? Honestly, I was in the vacation mode. I didn't work towards my goal at that moment, but after coming from the vacation, I'm on it. I'm completely on it. Great, Sherlin. Great, Rajat. Very good. Very good. Very good. And while after coming back, I'm also on it. I'm also breaking the task what I'm having, step by step, and I'm working on it one by one. This was a quick check-in, what whether you were doing or not. So today's critical question is, as I talk about that today we are talking about constraint, right? What are the constraints we are having it, right? What one constraint, if removed, would have the greatest impact on your productivity and success? This is the best question what you can ask from yourself to actually know कि अगर मैं इसको छोड़ दूं तो मैं बहुत ज्यादा सक्सेस पा सकता हूँ. I'm not asking about 10, 15, 20. No, only one constraint. If removed from our lives, only one constraint. What are the constraints? What may be the constraints? What may be the obstacles we will learn in the process of today's session. So that one thing is the constraint which is blocking everything in our lives. आप अपने माइंड में सोचो क्या ऐसा कॉन्स्ट्रेंट है. मे बी if I talk about an example, if suppose you are a very good driver, you are driving on a highway, right? And you are trying to get somewhere very important where you want to go, and even you have a good car, you're a good driver, but in somewhere you you saw massive traffic jam due to an accident or something. You're not able to go further, you are stuck there. That one accident, that traffic jam is the bottleneck. Now you have everything good. If I talk about this in our lives, we have good skills, we have communication skills as well, we have technical skills, but we lack in some one skill, right? एक ऐसी skill that we are not able to ask for money. Maybe we lack in asking for money, maybe we lack in selling. That one skill will not let us reach our goals, will not let us break that ceiling, break that limit success, right? If we just leave that bottleneck, if we are able to observe that constraint and we are able to work on that constraint now, what we can do is we'll get limitless success. I'm telling you, we'll get limitless success. But we must know that one constraint which is breaking our route towards the success by 80%. I'm telling you, we'll read in further slides, right? All right. So to go into deep understanding constraint, what is a constraint? A constraint is anything that limits your ability to achieve your goal. So many things I have already told you, right? What is a constraint? That is limiting your ability. वो कोई भी हो सकता है, right? Everyone, I'm telling you, everyone, me, the you, everyone has one or the other constraint. Even several, we have many constraints, right? Something is limiting us. कोई तो चीज है जो हमें रोक रही है. Something is holding us back. There is something. So there is not a question that whether you have any constraint in your life or not. The question is, what is it? है क्या? If anyone says, I don't have any constraints in my life, that's a fake thing, right? That's a lie, complete lie, because everyone is having any constraint in their lives towards their success. But we need to figure it out. What is it and where is it? So Brian Tracy says, There are two types of constraints. Remember that. A constraint is anything that limits your ability to achieve your goals. Two types of means internal and external. Now, let me explain you one by one what is the internal one and what is the external one. Internal constraint अपने अंदर ही चले जा रहा है within you under your control and you are in that control. I'm telling you the constraints which are within you na, you are under the control of that constraint. I'm telling you because you don't know that you are more powerful than that constraint. आप उसके अंडर में काम कर रहे हो. Like for example, internal, your skills if we talk about, right? Suppose we always think about I'm not good in communication, I'm not good in selling, I don't have technical knowledge, how will I do that? So that is our constraint for us that we lack any skill. Your habits, maybe a person says I procrastinate the important things, right? I waste my time on distractions. This is also a habit people have and we know that this is inside us. हमें सबको पता है हमारे अंदर क्या constraint है, right? It can be your beliefs. If when we are of 10 years we just put on the beliefs in us और उसको लेके हम चलते हैं lifetime, like I'm not smart enough, I need to please people, otherwise people will reject me, I need to say yes, or I'm not so capable, right? I'm always comparable and I lack in that, right? I don't if I'm competing with someone I always lack in that because I'm not good enough. इतने सारे बिलीव्स हम लोगों ने बचपन से रखे हुए हैं वो भी हमारे इंटरनल है. They are controlling us, but the fact is we can control them. If we move further, self discipline. Sometimes we are not disciplined as well. As I mentioned earlier, that if someone says that I waste my time on distractions, right? So if I waste my time on distractions, that means I don't have self disciplines. That I cannot say no to the distractions. I cannot say no. I lack that discipline, right? Next is your time management. If we talk about your time management, that means sometimes people have the thoughts like, I'm constantly overwhelmed. I have lack of time. I have so much of responsibilities, so much of work, but I don't know how to plan my days. We lack in these things as well. So these are some internal constraints. And you know what the good news is? One bad news and the good news. Bad news is we are under the control of these constraints. These constraints are controlling us. And that's why we are not able to move further in our lives. That's why we are not able to break that ceiling to reach to that point which we are capable of, right? But good news is we can control over these. We can change them. We can do this, right? एक स्टेप हमें लेना है बस. एक स्टेप जो चीजें हम इस बुक के अंदर सीख रहे हैं ना, we have to implement it in our lives by hook or crook. We learn further what we need to do. Type 2 is external constraints. We mostly blame our external constraints if we are not succeeded, like your resources. I don't have enough money, right? I don't have right tools to do that. So this is the outside thing, right? I'm not talking about my skills. I'm here talking about I don't have tools, I don't have money, I don't have resources. Sometimes constraints are other people. My boss is very bad, very rude. My boss won't approve this. Just because of my boss, I'm not able to get promotion. Right? Sometimes we are working on something and we say, I need someone help, but they are unavailable. People are not available for me. That's why I'm stuck here because people are not available to help me. We are stuck on the external things, right? Sometimes market or industry is not working for us. We say, oh, the industry is declining, economy तो बहुत बेकार चल रही है इस टाइम, तो इतना बुरा हाल चल रहा है मार्केट का. There is so much competition, but this is external. Sometimes systems and processes don't work for us, right? Sometimes we say that systems are not working, there is too much bureaucracy, right? Sometimes time also. Time bada kam hai. We are not having enough hours in a day, only 24 hours, and I have too many responsibilities to fulfill. That's why I'm not able to do this, that's why I'm not able to do that. So this is our environment. External constraints are our environment, right? जो हम काम कर रहे हैं उसके साथ जितने भी लोग, जितने सराउंडिंग, जितना एनवायरनमेंट बाहर जुड़ा हुआ है। एंड one thing, the bad news is it is very hard to control your external environment. We cannot control other things. We cannot control other people. We cannot control market. We cannot control systems and process. We cannot control time. But the good news is you have more influence than you think. You think that external things have more influence on you? No, you have more influence to succeed. You can influence better because mostly which one is huge? The internal one. 80%, about 80%, the things which are holding you back na, is something within you, not the external, not your boss, not the lack of resources, not the economy. It's you, it's your habits, it's your self discipline, it's your time management, it's your skill, your own mindset. You are stopping yourself. बुरा लग रहा है ना? I'm not blaming. Here I'm not blaming, although I'm pointing towards you. Three fingers are pointing towards me. So don't take it personally on you. But yes, Brian Tracy says this. I'm not saying this. Brian Tracy says this. It is hard to hear that, yeah, we are only stopping ourselves, right? Because we blame other things, right? If I had more money na, then I would have done this. If only my boss understood me, then only I can get the promotion. अरे नहीं भाई, नहीं. The constraint is internal. Constraint is internal, I'm telling you. Okay? And which is in your control. How many of you are at the same page? How many of you are at the same page? Write SP if you got the message that the constraint is not external. We are stuck because of some internal constraint and we are going to find it down. Thank you. Thank you. So, same page. Great. So here Brian Tracy says 80-20 principle of constraints. We did the 80-20 principle, right? We remember that we work on the 20%. We should work on the 20% that is going to give us the 80% result. But here, what is 80% and 20%? Here, Brian Tracy says he discovered that most of the time, your constraint is internal, not external. About 80% of the time, the things holding you back is something within you, right? Something within you. 80%. अब क्या है that 80%, if we talk about 80-20 rule, right? One constraint, we have many. We know that we have several, but one is the weakest one. One is the weakest one which is not working for us. And that one constraint is creating 80% of your limitation. That one constraint. We could have 10 different problems. We could have 10 different constraints. We could have many. But mind that one of them is main. अब वही ढूंढना है क्या है. One of them is main. जो कहीं ना कहीं हमें frustration दे रहा है. That is stopping us to leading us further. If we fix that one, na, if we fix that one constraint, सब कुछ easy हो जाएगा. Everything else gets easier, right? If we remove a dam, the river will flow again, right? वही ना, डैम हटा दो अपने आप फ्लो बढ़ना शुरू हो जाएगा. वो एक constraint है जो बढ़ने नहीं दे रहा है, right? So what is that constraint? Today I'll give you the steps which you will use in your homework. Today I'll give you the steps what we can follow and know what is that bottleneck, what is that constraint which is stopping us. So now, the question is, do you think your biggest constraint is internal or external? Do you think? We all know कुछ तो है ना जो रोक रहा है हमें. कुछ तो है जो रोक रहा है, बट क्या है? अब आपको क्या लगता है कि constraint इंटरनल है? आपका constraint इंटरनल है या एक्सटर्नल? रजत says internal. Okay, what about others? Internal or external? Internal. I love myself. Great. Internal. Absolutely. It's internal, right? And when we move forward further to know the theory of constraints, what Brian Tracy has given. Brian Tracy has given the framework, right? That was known as the theory of constraints. It was originally developed by Dr. Eliyahu Goldratt for manufacturing and business optimizations. अब यहाँ पे इसको बहुत ध्यान से समझना. It applies perfectly to personal productivity as well. Look at this chain. The chain of manufacturing and business optimization के लिए था. Look at this chain. The chain represents your productivity system, right? Your career, your life. Every link, whatever the link is there in the chain, right? Every link represents a different capability. One capability is your technical skill, which is connected to the other one, your time management. Again, connected to the other one, communication ability. And then again, the link is connected to the other one, financial resources. And there are so many links connected, right? Then we are able to pull towards success, right? We are able to pull towards success. Now, when you pull this chain, when you try to move forward, achieve your goals, make progress, what happens? Tell me what happens. What will happen? If you pull this chain, what will happen? Come on, answer me. एक एग्जाम ये चेन ही आपको बता देगी अंदर क्या चल रहा है. You can see the picture and the picture is going to tell you everything. Each and every link is a capability. And we can see that the chain is broken. बिखर जाएगा अगर सब खींचेंगे एक साथ. नो, 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 नो. बिखरेगा कब बिखरेगा? If all the links are solid, it will not broke. नहीं बिखरेगा. But if there is something weak in this chain, something weak, if a link is weak, वहां से सब टूट जाएगा. आप समझो इसको. If a link is weak, that means if a skill of you, if a capability of you is weak, then you cannot go move further. फिर ज्यादा खींचोगे तो टूट जाएगा. अगर सब कुछ मजबूत है ना तो टूटेगा नहीं, फिर सक्सेस मिलेगी. राइट, वो एक लिंक हमें ढूंढना है, वो एक चेन. वी आर just searching for that one link which is our constraint, which is working as a constraint, which is not helping us to go beyond that ceiling. Bond should be strong between the links. Yes, all the links should be strong. All the links itself should be strong because the weakest link will break itself if it is pulled. बट जो हमारा मैक्सिमम है, आई लव माई सेल्फ को मैं बोल रही हूँ मैम, इफ आवर चेन इज स्ट्रॉन्ग येट वी पुश आवर सेल्फ अ लॉट, तब भी तो वो टूटेगा ही. इट विल टेक अस बियॉन्ड आवर सीलिंग. जो हमारी हाईएस्ट कैपेबिलिटी है ना, वहां तक वो हमें लेकर जाएगा ही जाएगा. लेकर ही जाएगा. एंड इफ यू improve your skills, technical skills, if you improve your time management skills, communication ability skills, वो टूटेगा नहीं. It will take you beyond and beyond because you are increasing the strength of each and every link by learning, by practicing these chains. इसको आप मेटल में मत लो, इसको आप अपनी अपनी नॉलेज में लो, अपने स्किल्स में लो, राइट. इसको अपने स्किल्स में लो. जब आप अपनी स्किल्स को पक्का करते जाओगे तो वो क्यों टूटेगा, वो आपको और ऊपर लेके जाएगा. बट जो आपकी वीकेस्ट थिंग है, एज आई गिव यू द एग्जांपल, इफ आई हैव सो मच ऑफ टेक्निकल स्किल्स, इफ माय कम्युनिकेशन एबिलिटी इज आल्सो गुड, बट आई डोंट नो हाउ टू आस्क फॉर मनी, मेरी वो लिंक बहुत कमजोर है, तो एक पॉइंट पे आएगा मेरा बिजनेस नहीं चलेगा, मैं पैसा ही नहीं मांग पाऊंगी, राइट. Working collectively on every skill. Yes, we have to work on it, and we have to look for that one weak chain, that one weak link. That is the main constraint we are working on. वो एक constraint की हम ये जो बात करें, this is what one constraint is we are working in. The weakest link will break the chain. Weakest link will not help us to reach the success, break the ceiling, right? हम वो ceiling तक ही पहुंच के रह जाएंगे, उससे ऊपर नहीं उठ पाएंगे. ठीक है. And until you strengthen this link, आपको इससे ज्यादा weight वो झेल ही नहीं पाएगी. So you have to make all the links stronger. You can work harder. You can try different strategies. But if that one link isn't fixed, you're still limited. So you have to work on that one link. Search for it. So how to identify that constraint? How will you identify? These are some questions which you really need to ask from yourself, because everything you have to get from your own self. Everything. आंसर्स बाहर से मिलेंगे ही नहीं। हमारी आदत हो जाती है, हम लोगों के सपोर्ट में रहते हैं, हमें शायद हमें कोई आके बता दे, शायद हमें आके कोई समझा दे। नहीं, आपके अंदर से सब कुछ मिलेगा, एवरीथिंग इज़ इंटरनल। We wait for someone else to push us. No, no one is coming to push you. No one is coming to support you. No one is coming to help you. You only can help you, I'm telling you, right? First question. Ask yourself, what's my goal? Most of the time people don't have the clarity over their goals. They don't know what they actually want. So the clarity is very much important. What do you want? What you are trying to achieve? And say for example, अगर किसी को बोलो ना आपका व्हाट इज योर गोल? आई वांट टू बी पीसफुल, आई वांट टू बी हैप्पी, आई वांट टू बी रिच। अरे भाई, रिच, हैप्पी, व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ हैप्पी? दिस may be different for everyone. This may be different for everyone. Being rich may be different for everyone. The one who is earning 1,000 per month or 10,000 per month will be happy when he'll get 1 lakh per month. He'll become rich because his definition of rich is moving, getting success, moving from 10,000 to 1 lakh a month. If a person is earning 10 lakh a month, तो उसके लिए क्या होगा फिर सक्सेस? उसके लिए क्या होगा रिच? वो तो ऑलरेडी 10 लाख कमा रहा है यार पर मंथ। He'll be looking forward to 1 crore a month. So this definition is different for everyone. So what is your goal? Be very specific. It's not be I want to be successful. No, be very specific. I want to earn 1 crore a year, 1 crore per year, right? I want to get promoted as a manager. I want to launch my own business, right? And which business? I want to launch my own clothing business. I want to write my book. Sometimes we say, I want to improve my health. I want to lose my weight. But how much? By how much? It must be specific and measurable. So ask yourself, what is your goal? And if you're clear now what you exactly want, then ask from yourself, what's stopping me from achieving it faster? रोक क्या रहा है? क्यों नहीं कर पा रहा? मुझे पता है मुझे पतले होना है या मुझे वेट लॉस करना है, क्यों नहीं कर पा रहा? मुझे पता है मुझे पैसे कमाने में क्यों नहीं कमा पा रहा? Ask from yourself, what is stopping you? What is stopping you? Right? This is very important because here you will get the answer what is blocking you, what is in the way, which is the that you will say, मुझे ना पता ही नहीं है पैसे कैसे कमाने हैं. I don't have that skill, right? You will get to know that you have to ask from yourself, not only once, but many a times. You will get to know that bottleneck from within, right? It is very important. You will get so many answers from you. ये भी नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है. But और नीचे जाओ, go deep within. What's that one thing that would be the अगर उसको remove कर दिया, that would give the biggest impact in your success, right? If for example, suppose let us take an example. Say suppose you want to get promoted to manager, right? Then you are asking yourself, what is stopping me, right? I don't have an MBA. मैं MBA तो हूँ नहीं, मैनेजर कैसे बनूंगा? Ask from yourself, is this really the constraint? इसके बिना क्या मैं मैनेजर नहीं बन सकता? मतलब my boss doesn't like me. My boss doesn't like me. वो मुझे कहाँ मैनेजर बनने देगा? Then again ask from yourself, ये तो आ गया ना constraint. Then again ask from yourself, is that true? या ये मेरा ओपिनियन है? ठीक है? और क्या आ सकता है कि मैंने यार अभी तक ना अभी I have not yet demonstrated my leadership skills. I have never led a project. When I'll do this, maybe others can recognize me. Now ask from yourself, is this a constraint? I have never demonstrated my leadership skills. Can this be the constraint? Yes. क्वेश्चन पूछने हैं खुद से ही, जितने क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हो वही आपको अंदर से आंसर देंगे। बिजनेस लॉन्च करना है, पैसा नहीं है मेरे पास, आई डोंट हैव इनफ मनी, ठीक है? सीधी सी बात, बिजनेस लॉन्च करने सही में पैसा चाहिए? डू यू रियली नीड मनी या जितना है उससे शुरू कर सकते हो? पूछना अपने आप से। मे बी यू कैन स्टार्ट फ्रॉम व्हाट यू हैव, मे बी यू कैन स्टार्ट, बिकॉज़ समटाइम्स वी से आई डोंट हैव टाइम टू स्टार्ट माय बिजनेस। सबके पास 24 घंटे, एवरीवन हैव 24 आवर्स, एवरीवन इज वर्किंग ऑन समथिंग एल्स, राइट? क्या टाइम सही में कहीं ना कहीं है, या फिर आई एम स्कैर्ड ऑफ फेलिंग। लोग मज़ाक उड़ाएँगे यार, अगर अगर नहीं चला तो लोग क्या कहेंगे? आई एम स्कैर्ड ऑफ पीपल्स जजमेंट, पीपल्स लाफिंग एट मी। सच फैक्टर क्या है? वो ढूँढना, राइट? You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself in this question, asking from yourself, what is the truth? Then ask from yourself, is this constraint internal or external? अब पूछो कि अंदर से आ रहा है, कोई डर है, कोई कोई भी चीज़ अंदर से है, कोई एक्सक्यूज़ या इट इज़ एक्सटर्नल, you know? 80% of the time it is only internal, it is not external. 80% of the time it is internal. And then ask from yourself, what's one action I can take to overcome this constraint? क्या एक स्टेप लूँ जो कि मैं इस constraint को ओवरकम कर सकता हूँ? क्या मुझे कुछ सीखने की ज़रूरत है? What first thing I can do? And if I need to learn some skill, if I need to even you can take the loan, कोई भी चीज़ हो सकती है। If you are scared from yourself, आप अपने आप से छोटा डिसीजन ले सकते हो। Okay, I can start with small. Right, I can start with small, share one piece of content publicly this week. Don't give your entire program, don't tell your entire plans to someone. Share one piece publicly, है ना? ठीक है ना? If you don't have any technical skills, you can learn, enroll for an online course, enroll for an offline course if you have time, if you can. This is what we can do. How many of you are at the same page and understood what you have to do? Take the screenshot of it, because these steps are the ones which you have to follow, which you have to follow. Just take the screenshot. Hoping that you have taken the screenshot, I'm moving further. Common constraint examples. What are the common constraint examples? Number one, I don't know how. सबसे पहले तो हमारे अंदर यही आया, यार मुझे पता ही नहीं है कैसे करेंगे। अरे ट्रेडिंग स्टार्ट करते हैं, पता नहीं कैसे करेंगे। बिजनेस स्टार्ट करते हैं, पता नहीं है कैसे करेंगे। आई डोंट नो, आई डोंट हैव नॉलेज। So the lack of specific skill or knowledge, this is the bottleneck, right? Sometimes if आजकल तो क्रिएटर्स बहुत ज्यादा आ गए हैं, कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स, तो उनके लिए क्या होता है, if someone wants to start an Instagram channel or a YouTube channel, so there may be the constraint, I don't know how to edit videos, right? And that constraint, if you're not working on it, what will happen? You're not going to, you, even if you start, you're not going to go more further in the video making, right? You'll just skip it because you're not working on learning the skill which you really needed to succeed, right? So the success, where the success lies, when you make this link, the editing link strong, then you are able to go so high. And why you were stuck there, it's not because you don't know how to edit videos. You were stuck there because it was inside you. You were not able to ask for help, you were not ready to learn the skill, you were only saying yourself again and again, I don't know, I don't know how, I don't know how. Instead of repeating this I don't know how, looking for the solutions and working on it will help you more. So this is one of the common constraint to start something. Another second constraint is I am not disciplined enough. Start तो मैं कर लेता हूँ, but ना मेरे से ज़्यादा लंबे टाइम काम होता नहीं है. Right? I start, but I don't do it consistently. So we lack consistency, right? Um, you remember we did big three tasks first thing in the morning? You remember that? We did that we are going to do the big three tasks first in the morning. But instead of doing that big threes, we check the email list, we check the WhatsApp, we check the Instagram every day. What happens is here we are not self-disciplined, right? So what we can do here is we can create accountability. We can work on our own self to remove the temptations we have to check the phone or to go to the distractions, right? Start with one. बहुत सारा मत करो इकट्ठे, बहुत प्रेशर हो जाएगा, ओवरवेलमिंग हो जाएगा. Start with one. Start with one. Start with small. वो कॉन्फिडेंस देगा, अच्छा मैं ये कर सकता हूँ, ओके आई कैन डू अनदर थिंग. Start with one and then next, then next, then next. You can fix this, you know that you can fix this. It's not something that is broken, right? आप इसे सही कर सकते हो. थर्ड आपका क्या आ जाता है? आई डोंट हैव इनफ टाइम. ये तो सबसे ज्यादा है. टाइम ही नहीं है. टाइम ही नहीं है. आई डोंट हैव इनफ टाइम. We are so much overwhelmed in so many responsibilities and tasks that we feel है ही नहीं टाइम बिल्कुल भी. How can we do that, right? We are working whole week. We are working. We are having family responsibilities. We don't have time to do anything or to start any side business. We don't have time. You know, we have learned in this book itself, in these sessions itself, that it's not about the time. It's always about the priorities. What we are doing. We waste our so much of time on Instagram because that's easy to scroll. And we know that at the same time, while we are Instagramming, we are scrolling. At the same time, we know that one important task is there which we need to do, but that is hard. So we are procrastinating it. बाद में कर लेंगे, बाद में कर लेंगे, बाद में कर लेंगे. So it's not about time, it's about priorities and saying no. It's about time, priorities, and saying no to the distractions, no to people pleasing. So here you have to audit your time, where your time is going actually. When you'll audit now, you'll get to know your most of the time is going in your distractions and those activities which are not going to give you the results. Low value activities. I'm telling you, just audit your time. ये थर्ड वाला तो बहुत वेस्ट है, literally. This is the constraint. Fourth one is I need someone else approval for or help. Yeah, I need my husband's permission to start my business. I need someone else help to start. I don't have that skill, that's why I need someone else to help. So we are waiting for someone else's permission, someone else approval or someone else's help, right? That means we are having the limitation that I can't start my business until I find a person who can help me in investing, until I can find a person who can help me in technical things, until I can have a person who can until I can find the person who can help me with editing my videos. I can't start my YouTube videos. No, I can't, right? हमने स्टार्ट ही इतना छोटे से कर दिया कि मैं तो कर ही नहीं सकता जब तक मुझे हेल्प नहीं मिलेगी. एटलीस्ट स्टार्ट. व्हेन यू विल स्टार्ट ना, यू विल मैनिफेस्ट सो मेनी हेल्प फ्रॉम अदर्स automatically. But there is a constraint. This is the very big constraint we have in ourselves, right? You are making other people the constraint. But the truth is you can do it yourself also. You can proceed further without them even. But you yourself have made them as constraint. But actually, the deep inside, you don't have that confidence. You lack. That is your internal constraint, which you are blaming onto the someone else, right? Ask yourself, what can I do without the need of anyone else? क्या कर सकते हैं? वहां शुरू करो ना. Start. And the last constraint is I'm afraid. Afraid of what? Now यहाँ पे डर किस चीज का होता है? Fear of failure. सबसे बड़ा. Fear of judgment. What people will say. People will laugh at me. Fear of rejection. मना कर दिया तो. People of fear of looking foolish. लोग क्या कहीं पागल है ये तो. And that's why we stop many places. We don't even put our foot further to do something out of the box. We are always afraid inside of fear of failure. Sometimes we are not able to move further because of fear of success even. Yes, fear of success भी होता है. उसका भी डर होता है. अरे यार अगर मेरा प्रमोशन हो गया तो I have to leave this place. I have to shift to some other place. My comfort zone now. क्या होगा ऐसे? यहाँ मैं comfortable हूँ. No, I can't go there. Fear of success भी होता है. उस वजह से भी हम कुछ नहीं करते. Right? So fear is number one constraint which is holding us back from our dreams. How many of you can relate to it कि यार अंदर तो ये चलता है कहीं ना कहीं तो बहुत चलता है. इस वजह से हम बहुत सारी चीजें करना चाहते हैं बट करते नहीं है. How many of you can relate to it? Because it is. I love myself 014. Why do I feel I have all the constraints mentioned here? Because it is. Somewhere we have these constraints, but we must choose what we are doing most of the times. What is the one out of all these? What is that one that is the biggest in me? अगर मैं उसको हटा दूं तो मेरी लाइफ में थोड़ा सा चेंज, थोड़ा नहीं बहुत चेंज आएगा. बहुत बार चलते हैं, डिसाइड नहीं कर पाते हैं. एब्सोल्युटली लैक ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग. And it is not lack of decision making. We can take decisions, but we are having fear. We are afraid of the judgment. गलत हो गया तो. Sometimes we have taken the decisions in the past, which may proved wrong. हो सकता है हमारा decision कोई गलत रहा हो, but वो trauma या ऐसा बैठ गया. Every time when we are taking the decision, we are always moving back to that one decision which was wrong. No, I cannot take decisions. I cannot take good decisions. That's why other person can take decision for me better. No, everybody makes mistakes. We'll only learn when we make mistakes. Take decisions. Don't think about anyone. Please take all the fears out from you. Fear of judgment, fear of being foolish, looking foolish. लोग हंसेंगे, छोड़ो उसको. Each and every moment you are moving forward, each and every moment you are learning, you are growing, you are evolving. And what we should do, let's come to the next part. Put pressure on yourself. बड़ा लगता है ना यार, प्रेशर डालना है अपने ऊपर. ओ माय गॉड, प्रेशर डालना पड़ेगा. स्ट्रेसफुल लग रहा है ना सुनने में. Let me tell you. Brian Tracy says the world is full of people who are waiting for someone to come along. इसको ध्यान से सुनना. Please take the screenshot of it. This may be you. The world is full of people who are waiting for someone to come along and motivate them to be the kind of people they wish they could be. We are same. We are waiting for the other person who come and tell us, यार तू ये कर सकता है, तू कर. हमें पता है हम क्या कर सकते हैं, but we need someone else to say us. And the problem is that no one is coming to the rescue. कोई बचाने आ नहीं रहा है. No one is coming. Your boss is not going to push you to your potentials. Your family isn't going to hold you accountable. No. यूनिवर्स आपको कहीं से मोटिवेशन भेजेगा नहीं. हमें कई बार लगता है हम इंस्टाग्राम देखते हैं बड़ी मोटिवेशन आ रही है. ओ माय गॉड, ये भी बड़ी मोटिवेशन, ये भी मोटिवेशन. दीज मोटिवेशन इज एक्सटर्नल, but at the same time the fear in us is more powerful than that external motivation. That fear is more powerful. That internal fear is more powerful. I'm telling you, your internal constraints are more affecting you, right? 80% of your success is just hampered because of your internal fears, internal constraints, not your externals. You have to motivate you have to push you have to create pressure for yourself. लेना पड़ेगा pressure. अब यहाँ पे टॉक्सिक स्ट्रेस नहीं है, प्रेशर लेके बैठ गए, डिप्रेशन में चले गए, एंग्जाइटी हो गई. नो, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट बर्न आउट और फीलिंग ओवरवेल्म्ड. नो, बी काम, टेक पॉजिटिव प्रेशर. होना चाहिए. पॉजिटिव प्रेशर से ही काम होता है कई बार, राइट? वो प्रेशर, उतना प्रेशर जो हमें फोकस्ड रखे, which help us being focused or keeps you sharp and moving forward. That is a good pressure. Let me share you about good pressure and the bad pressure. Just look at here. Just look at here and just relate to it which one you have. What is the bad pressure and you have to avoid it. Bad pressure is something coming from fear of punishment or judgment. कोई कोई पनिश कर देगा तो मुझे काम करना है. लाइक बच्चों को होता है ना, होमवर्क पूरा करना नहीं तो मैम पनिशमेंट दे देंगी. वो बैड प्रेशर है. वो जजमेंट, लोग क्या कहेंगे अगर मैंने ये नहीं किया, तो दैट इज अ बैड प्रेशर. First we are reading the bad one, okay? Bad pressure is externally imposed by others with no input from you. बाहर से प्रेशर आ रहा है वो. ठीक है? That is a bad pressure. Has unrealistic deadlines that set up to fail. Unrealistic deadlines यार. आज मैं बोलूँ भाई अगले दिन ही मैं 1 करोड़ कमाने लग जाऊँ, अनरियलिस्टिक है वो, तो प्रेशर लगेगा ही ना मुझे. बैड प्रेशर ये ना कैसे हो जाएगा? अनरियलिस्टिक क्यों बना रहे हो? रियलिस्टिक डेडलाइन्स बनाओ. भई मुझे 1 महीने के अंदर इतना काम कर लेना, ऐसे कैसे हो जाएगा? हर चीज़ अपना एक टाइम लेती है. रियलिस्टिक टाइमलाइन, डेडलाइन्स हमारे पास रियलिस्टिक होनी चाहिए. अगर कोई भी प्रेशर आपके लिए क्रॉनिक स्ट्रेस या एंग्ज़ायटी बना रहा है, वो बैड प्रेशर है. कोई प्रेशर अगर if something is making you feel trapped and resentful, why I have taken this task in my hand, no I'm not able to do it, and you're not happy with it. You're feeling trapped, फंस गया हूँ यार करके. That is a bad pressure, right? Leads to burnout and breakdown. बस टूट गया, अब कुछ नहीं, हो ही नहीं रहा है. डिप्रेशन में पहुंच गए हैं. Right? This bad pressure, it is not making you productive. No, it is not making you productive. You're not working because of this bad pressure. You become sick because of this bad pressure. But if there is good pressure, let's come to the good one now. If you have a good pressure, which you only have to give to yourself, not any external thing, an external factor has to give it to you. This good pressure comes from your own goals and aspirations. मेरा ये गोल है, मुझे ये पूरा करना है, मुझे ये चाहिए और मुझे उसके लिए काम करना है. किसी और का प्रेशर नहीं है. पापा का प्रेशर, मम्मी का प्रेशर, बॉस का प्रेशर, दोस्त का प्रेशर, किसी का प्रेशर नहीं. It's my own goal, it's my own aspiration. I have to fulfill it. I'm working towards it. That pressure is a good pressure. It is self-imposed because I have set the deadline, right? Has challenging but achievable deadlines. यहाँ पे अब unrealistic deadlines नहीं. I have to complete this much of my tasks. I have to complete. I have to reach this goal by this time. So when we are putting the deadlines, we keep it challenging but the achievable one. That gives us the confidence कि चलो इतना हो गया. Oil barrel, the next oil barrel is our target. तो वो challenge हमारे लिए हम खुद बनाते हैं. That is the good pressure. It creates productive urgency and focus. Now, when you create pressure for yourself, that is the good one. Now you have your targets that I have to record. Say, suppose I have to record 5 videos today. Now that is productive urgency. Today itself, now when you are getting distracted, again, your inspiration, your self inspiration, your self good pressure will help you to get away from the distractions. No, 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 no. I have to complete this by today. Come on and focus. And that is not something giving you fear of any boss, fear of anyone external. That is something inside you that is giving you the happiness also. Even after recording video one, video two, video three, that is increasing your confidence as well. That is making you feel energized and motivated. अरे वाह कर लिया, अरे वाह अगली डेडलाइन हो गई पूरी और नेक्स्ट हो गई. Yes, this is also a pressure, but this is a good one. This leads to accomplishment and growth. I hope you understood the pressure, the good pressure and the bad one. Good pressure is like a game you are playing it, right? It is challenging you, uh, challenge from inside that you reach up to the next level. ठीक है, चलो चलो ये हो गया, अब अगला करेंगे, अब अगला करेंगे. Let's find out something else. अब अगली अगली वो पूरा करेंगे. Got that? How many of you are at the same page? Understood? Yes, we ourselves have to take initiatives. I make promises to myself but break it. Trust issues. It is something which is reducing your self-worth as well, my dear. I don't know your name. If you write your name, it would be better because I'll talk to you with your name. I love myself 014. This is something it must have when you don't have trust issues on yourself. कि यार मैं promise करता हूँ और मैं तोड़ देता हूँ. Every time your subconscious mind is taking it, right? Every time your subconscious mind is taking it, it is going to reduce your self-worth. It is going to reduce your self-confidence as well. You have to work on it, right? Pressure बहुत जरूरी है life में. Good pressure, yes. All right, so we are the same page, I hope. Then going to how to create positive pressure. कैसे करना है positive pressure? You can take the screenshot of it as well. There are some tactics which I'm going to share with you, right? How can we create? So Brian Tracy have given these tactics, right? Brian Tracy said, number one tactic is set deadlines for everything. Whenever you do anything, right? If there is no deadline now, you're going to procrastinate it. I'm telling you, if there is no deadline, because whenever you do a work, whenever you set a goal, I'm telling you that goal is something higher from your present level, and that going higher is definitely going to be uncomfortable thing, not the very comfortable one. And when we move on to the uncomfortable one, हम क्या करते हैं, पीछे पीछे होना शुरू कर देते हैं, जो हमारा एक नेचुरल पैटर्न है, एक ओल्ड पैटर्न. बिकॉज वी आर कंडीशनड, right? Whenever we are out of our comfort zone, we pull ourselves back. ठीक है, हम पीछे खींच लेते हैं अपने आप को. तो जब अनकंफर्टेबल होगा तो हम उसको प्रोक्रास्टिनेट करेंगे. इफ वी सेट अ डेडलाइन फॉर इट, deadline, then it's a goal. If we are not setting a deadline, then it's a wish कि मुझे करना है, right? Say for example, I'm going to write a book someday. Someday I will complete my manuscript by 30th June. भाई डेट है 30th January, डेट दे दी, डेडलाइन दे दी, करना ही फिर तो है, ठीक है ना? I will lose my weight. I will lose my weight. I'm planning to lose my weight. Yeah, I'm working on to lose my weight. कोई डेडलाइन थोड़ी है। तो मैं किसी दिन काम करूँगी, किसी दिन नहीं करूँगी, किसी दिन अच्छा खाऊँगी, किसी दिन बुरा खाऊँगी, राइट? But if I give myself a deadline that by 30th of March I'm going to lose 10 kgs, then I'm going to work for it, right? So ये कहीं न कहीं डेडलाइन जो है ना, it creates urgency, right? It makes it real that yes, we are going to do it. So you have to set a deadline. This is the first tactic. Just write it down. Second is make your deadlines public. ये सबसे सबसे ज़्यादा दिक्कत होती है, राइट? यहाँ पे पब्लिक कैसे करें? लोग मज़ाक उड़ाएँगे अगर नहीं हो पाई तो। अनाउंस इट, आई एम गोइंग टू डू इट, पोस्ट इट, शेयर इट विद एवरीवन। आई विल राइट माय बुक एंड इट विल बी डन बाय 30th जून, लिख दो। क्या होगा? अब हमने तो बता दिया, अब यहाँ पे अकाउंटेबिलिटी आ गई। नाउ देयर इज़ नाउ इफ आई डोंट डू इट, आई लुक फूलिश। अरे! बातें बड़ी-बड़ी करते हैं, काम थोड़ी करते हैं। सो नाउ हियर योर रेपुटेशन इज़ ऑन स्टेक। Your reputation is on stake, so it's in a good way. If you declare it to everyone, whatever your goals are, whatever your deadlines are, it is good. That is the external pressure, I would say, but that will work as a fuel because deadline has been given by you. You know that deadline is achievable, so that will work as a fuel, and that will motivate you to keep going and just complete your work even when it is hard. You know that I have committed, I have announced it, I have to do it. Even when it is hard, it will motivate you to do it, right? So maybe it is scary to announce it to the world. At least tell to your friend, at least tell to your relatives, at least tell to your accountability partner, or post in a community, not to the whole world, at least a community, so that at least at somewhere you are accountable. At somewhere you have a positive pressure that no, you don't have to look foolish, right? Third is create artificial urgency. Sometimes you don't have real external deadlines. आपके पास डेडलाइन एग्जैक्टली नहीं होती है, ठीक है? कोई भी चीज है अगर आपके पास एग्जैक्टली नहीं है तो आर्टिफिशियल अर्जेंसी बनानी पड़ती है, ठीक है? तो like for example we can say that I'm going to finish this proposal or this project by 5 p.m. today, ठीक है? uh, भले ही उसको देना मुझे 2 हफ्ते बाद है, although I have to give it back to my boss, or I have to submit that project 2 weeks after 2 weeks, right? Still, I can create that urgency for myself that I have to complete it by today 5 p.m. Right? Because if we have that urgency, na, it will create momentum to work. And after finishing it before time, we feel amazing. I'm telling you, we feel amazing. यार ये कर लिया यार। अगर हम बाद में ही करते हैं ना, अर्जेंसी नहीं होती यार, ये 2 हफ्ते बाद है, तो we'll procrastinate on it, we'll postpone it and again postpone it, फिर वो प्रेशर हो जाता है, then it becomes overwhelming कि यार अब तो करना ही है, then it becomes overwhelming. So sometimes for so many things create artificial urgency. So your work becomes more faster and focused at that moment, right? That is something to add some pressure on you, but to complete some genuine tasks. Tactic 4 is work as if you are leaving on a vacation tomorrow. क्या होगा कि अगर आप जा रहे हो 1 महीने की वेकेशन के लिए जा रहे हो कल, तो क्या होगा? आज सारे काम कंप्लीट करने हैं, नहीं तो कल से छुट्टी कैंसल हो जाएगी, राइट? सो टुडे इफ यू नो दैट टुमारो यू आर गोइंग टू गो ऑन अ वेकेशन फॉर अ मंथ, then that means you don't have any distractions. आज ही करना है. You cannot procrastinate it for tomorrow. So that activity would be high ever productive activity, right? You बस घुस ही जाओगे उसके अंदर, कर ही दोगे उसको, because you know that you don't have tomorrow to work on this project, right? This is what artificial urgency is, right? क्यों नहीं करें यार, कर लो ना, कोई डिस्ट्रैक्शन नहीं होता उससे, कोई प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन नहीं होता. बट इफ वी आर नॉट क्रिएटिंग एनी urgency, then we always always welcome the old patterns we have of distractions, of procrastination, right? Of postponing the things. तो ठीक है ना, artificial urgency कर लो. So this is the thing which I loved the best from Brian Tracy. That create the artificial urgency, right? Work as if you are leaving on a vacation tomorrow, and then compete with yourself. सो टेक इट योर पर्सनल चैलेंज यार, करना ही करना है. अब कल मैंने एक काम पूरा किया था, टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू फिनिश टू. yesterday I wrote 1000 words, today I'm going to write 2000 words. Yesterday I made 10 calls, today I'll make 15 calls. So compete with your own self, not from any external source. It is your internal pressure that is for yourself, not from any external party. And that pressure would be bad. But if it's just you, you're competing with your own self, right? Not anyone else. So that is a personal competition. That is exciting और motivating भी होता है कि अच्छा आज मैंने इतना कर लिया, और अच्छा करना है, और अच्छा करना है. छोटे बच्चों के साथ भी होता है ना, हम उन्हें कितना अच्छा, इतना अच्छा कर लिया, तो वो बच्चे के अंदर अपने आप अंदर से आता है और ज्यादा करने का आता है, वो और अच्छा बनने की कोशिश करता है. दिस इज सेम आइडिया. ये लॉजिक ना बचपन से सब पे चलता है. कर लो. So just take the screenshot and just let me know आपके साथ कौन सा ज्यादा काम किया. Which one works for you? कि हाँ, मैं ये कर सकता हूँ अपने साथ. After this, I'll let you know the steps which you have to follow. Compete with yourself. Yes, very good, Rajat. Very good. Very good. So now moving on to find your constraint exercise time. Just take the screenshot of this as well. What you need to do, uh, you have to identify your goal, and then you have to ask the bottleneck question. क्या रोक रहा है? What is stopping you to reach that goal? Mind that that goal should be very specific. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए I want to be rich, I want to be happy. No, be very specific what you really want. What is your definition of goal? What is your definition of being rich? What is your definition of completing the project, right? Then what is stopping you? This question is very important. Then it is internal or external. Ask from your own self. Then what first action I can take? क्या मैं कर सकता हूँ इससे बाहर निकलने के लिए? And create your deadline. This is what you have to do, right? These 5 steps are very, very, very important, which will help you to find your constraint. I love myself. If you're watching right now, also if you are here with us, just take the screenshot. Do this activity and come tomorrow 9 p.m., right? Do this activity and come tomorrow at 9 p.m. and tell me whether you were able to find out what is your bottleneck uh, uh, question, or what is your constraint which is stopping you. Although you are having so much constraints, everyone is having several constraints, but which one is more affecting your success? Which one is affecting you, right? Hoping that you have taken the screenshot. Moving on to the key takeaways of today. आज के key takeaways क्या हैं? What we have learned today is that a constraint is anything limiting your ability to achieve your goals. It is the bottleneck, the weak line, the dam blocking your river. 80% of time, your constraint is internal, not external. So it's about you, your skills, your habits, your discipline, fears, and that means if it is internal, it is fixable. You can fix it. वन कंस्ट्रेंट मैटर्स मोस्ट. बहुत सारे सेवरल होते हैं, उसमें से भी कोई एक ऐसा है जो सबसे ज्यादा वीकेस्ट है. पहले हम उसे स्ट्रॉन्ग करते हैं ना, बाद में औरों पे भी काम कर लेंगे. सो फाइंड दैट वन कंस्ट्रेंट, फोकस ऑन रिमूविंग इट. डोंट ट्राई टू फिक्स एवरीथिंग. सब कुछ नहीं होगा, फिर वो ओवरवेलमिंग हो जाएगा. ठीक है, सबसे पहले पहला प्राइमरी बॉटलनेक को फिक्स करते हैं, बाद में हम धीरे धीरे औरों को भी फिक्स करेंगे. देन क्रिएट पॉजिटिव प्रेशर थ्रू डेडलाइंस, अकाउंटेबिलिटी एंड अर्जेंसी. तो अगर आपके पास कोई कॉन्स्ट्रेंट है, आप कुछ कर नहीं पा रहे हो, तो दिस इज अ कम्युनिटी वेयर यू कैन डिक्लेयर टुमारो कि हाँ, मेरे को ये पता चल गया, तो आई एम अनाउंसिंग दिस, आई एम गोइंग टू डू दिस. सो यहाँ अकाउंटेबिलिटी आ जाएगी कि आपने बता दिया ना. अब वो तो भैया इज्जत की बात आ जाती है, दैट आई हैव टू डू इट. So, and then take one action this week to start removing your constraint. What you can do to remove that constraint. एक action लेना है. करोगे, रिजल्ट मिलेंगे. नहीं करोगे, कोई रिजल्ट नहीं मिलेगा. Being very honest, करने से रिजल्ट मिलेगा, नहीं करने से नहीं मिलेगा. This I have already discussed with you that complete your first constraint, track your constraint daily, create one deadline for something. ये सब कुछ हम लोगों ने डिस्कस कर लिया है कि क्या आप लोगों ने करना है. ठीक है? अपने डेडलाइन को बता दो. इवन मैंने तो यही बोला है कि यहीं बताओ, कल आओगे रात को तो यहीं बताओ. जॉइन अस. ये पुरानी बनी हुई है मेरी पीपीटी पीडीएफ, तो आपके लिए कल ही आपने जॉइन करना है. जॉइन अस टुमारो एट 9 p.m. फॉर द नेक्स्ट सेशन and then we are going to meet you tomorrow. All right. I hope. Create artificial urgency. I love. Yes, absolutely. So, what are your takeaways, my dear? Just please let me know what are your takeaways from today's session right in the chat box right now. आज session भी लंबा हो गया थोड़ा सा. It's 10:01. Right in the chat box, what are your takeaways? What are you going to do today? Waiting for your answers. Compete with yourself. Good pressure. Follow. Very good. Five people are live here. Six people are live here. Six people are live here. And okay. So hoping that whatever you have taken, you are going to implement in your life. I'm telling you, those who are going to implement it in your life will get the results. Those who are passively watching it as an entertainment will get entertained in their lives, right? Speechless today, Sherlin says. That's good, but show it, show it. It's better not showing in your words, but show it in your implementations, right? Implement it in your life, do it. And tomorrow, let me know what is your biggest constraint which you are going to remove your work, going to work in this week, right? So, see you tomorrow. If you have more friends and families whom you want to let them know that how to increase their productivity, we'll do the homework and we'll show you. Yes, Sherlin, thank you. Thank you for being so consistent in this and implementing this in your life. I know that this is going to change your life. Everybody, those who are participating 100%, na, those who are playing 100% here, are going to change their lives for the good. Bye bye. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Bye bye.